video. I need to make an intro video. So this isn't how we start every time. Yay! I don't think about making one until we're like, oh no, I'm just gonna click live and it's gonna be so abrupt.
That's gonna be it, I think, actually. I'm gonna make an intro video. Also copyright free, like, you know, we already got it.
Yeah, non-copywritten music.
Yeah.
Just me being a dork. I have ultimate like mom hair right now, right? Sloppy ponytail falling out.
Yeah.
It's so
you don't have ultimate what are we? We finished week 2 of rehearsals. Now we're into week 3 of our Godspell musical hair.
Week 3 of Godspell musical hair is my knee is the size of a grapefruit.
Oh, no.
That's what we have instead. Made the mistake of leaving the house today without my little compression sleeve on it. Yeah. I would ask you how you are, but I've seen you every day this week.
Yeah, but do you know how I am?
I know you're crushing your solo.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I know.
I try. I just heard from my voice teacher today. We had a lesson, and she was like, so I talked to Kyle and Elizabeth, and I was just asking them more about riffing and your character and like what your character's like. And Kyle was saying that you're so strong on the melody that they may not want you to riff. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, but the guys sing. And she was like, yeah, but singing in with other people, knowing that the guys are a little bit softer. She's like, so I'm just preparing you for that. And I was like, well, thank you. Because that would have been devastating after Kyle was like, you can riff, just talk to Kayla. I talked to Kayla and she's like, okay, yeah. And then she's like, so they may not want you to when you're riffing. She's like, but we can do some workarounds that'll still like give you a little something and also meet their needs. I was like, that sounds great.
If it makes you feel better, I talked to music director and about changing the key for my solo. And I think he's cool with me doing that. Which is great. Because it's just me and the ukulele, like it's not even the band.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to sing it down. So it's, listen, I don't want to compete with Emily. Hey, for those watching who have no idea what we're talking about, Allison and I are in a production of Godspell together.
Hey, welcome to our live stream where we talk about Godspell.
Welcome to a live stream where we talk about Godspell. And it's going really great. So if you're familiar with that musical, I am singing the Learn Your Lessons Well reprise, but not the original Learn Your Lessons Well. I do get to play the ukulele part on that, which I'm stoked for.
Yeah. You're crushing that, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. When she grabs my head and does this, it's right when I have to like switch to the one hard chord to get to. But
I think it works in character though for you to be like,
and so I don't want to compete with Emily because her voice is gorgeous and she hits that crazy high note at the end.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Her and Hannah with those high notes. Woo.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hannah's high notes. Oh my gosh. So I'm like, okay, I'll drop it down to something like in my range. And then I was dealing with a little bit, right? I changed the melody a little bit because I think there's like one place where I think it's fun if it goes down instead of up, right? And I did that when I was singing with the music director, and he was like, "That's not how it goes there." And I was like, "Understood, Kyle, right? Understood."
Yeah, I understand. I don't know if you as also director at OKC, musical director at OKC Improv, have heard of musical improv before, sir. No, I'm kidding.
Have you met me? Do you know that I am bad at staying on sheet music? I sing with Kyle all the time.
Yeah. He's like, Maddie just looks at you and you're like, yeah, I know.
I'm aware. Yeah.
I mean,
bless his heart. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Today, what we're doing today, I'm so excited, guys. You have no idea. Snowbrite Studios, which is an adorable indie RPG game company. I connected with them through a Discord server that we're in. Because they wanted people to do some like live stream reviews or playthroughs of some of their newish material for their Teatime Adventures tabletop role-playing game. And so tonight is like I think in partnership with is the correct term, because we were provided with like the press kit, including like a free rule set. But like we're not getting paid to do it, if that makes sense. So I think partnership is the right thing. So I'm now obsessed with Snowbrite Studios. They have a couple TTRPGs, like rule books, and they have a couple like board games. And it's all under this like cozy, non-violent, inclusive way to have fun at your table. And it's the vibe I need right now in the year of our Lord 2025. It's
yeah.
And so what we're going to be doing today is taking a look at some of their second edition core rulebook for Teatime Adventures, and specifically looking at the companion book that is Tales from Oakenbend, which is a it has 4 different adventures in it. And also like, oh my gosh, I don't even know, like dozens of NPCs with full art and backstory and fully statted out, all the little villagers. And also one of my favorite things that is in these Teatime Adventure books is that every adventure has a themed recipe to pair with it.
Oh, dang. I did not realize that.
Yeah. So the idea is like, oh, make this fun, tasty treat and brew a cup of tea and play together while you're doing this, right?
Dang, that's nice.
It's so sweet. And part of this second edition like bundle that they're promoting right now, another book is actually a here's a book of crafts which you could do at your table while you are playing, which I think is super fun, especially for they're very like all ages friendly, which I think is great. So I can imagine, Allison, I don't know how often you try to get small children to sit still for 20 minutes at a time.
Just ones on 4 legs and furs. So
yeah. Giving them something to do with their hands or their front paws, if you will. Super beneficial. Yeah. So so the link to Snowbrite Studios is in the description. So absolutely be sure to check them out. They also do a magazine that will have like bonus RPG rules and adventures and stuff that like goes with their little cozy world. So they're great. I love them. Yeah. Okay. And why you should love them too. I'm going to start by showing you some of the core rulebook, and you have to look at this art. You have to look at it. It's beautiful. I love it.
Ta-da!
Look at the little people.
So good.
It's so good. Who's this old lady? Is she an old frog lady making soup? I love it.
That's the vibes I'm getting. And then there's like another like little creature, mouse-like creature just sitting on top of the tent there.
Allison, what I think you and I should do tonight is I think we should build our own characters.
Heck yeah.
Teatime personas. If we choose, we haven't talked about this. We're discussing this live on air.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes look, friends. I would run like the first adventure only takes like 1 or 2 sessions. So I would so run that, especially if we could get like another friend to join us for a couple of our next live streams.
Yeah.
And we could have tea while we do it. Dragon Spartan 90 official, hello gang to you as well.
Yeah.
Good sir, gender neutral sir here.
Yeah, gender neutral sir.
Gender neutral sir. Okay.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, I don't know, I haven't looked at the recipes yet or anything, but like how difficult they are to make, that would be a cool thing to do too.
I would love to do that. There's one for like a lilac rice pudding.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, sorry. lavender rice pudding.
Oh, okay.
And my friend who is in my IRL tabletop group has an abundance of lavender, and so I'm like, oh, we could make it.
Just get like, hey, I need a favor. I need all your lavender.
I need all your lavender. I'm sorry. Look at this. I think fish pirate stealing a plant
awesome. Sheep. Wow.
And
then the bird is like, ah!
And someone's shorts are on the flagpole. That feels very did you ever watch the VeggieTales Jonah movie?
I was not a VeggieTales child.
Oh, okay. So. I deeply was.
Yeah.
I was one of my first like this is what I want to be when I grow up. Specific goals was like I want to do the like computer modeling for a studio like Big Ideas, which is who does VeggieTales.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of their behind the scenes content as like a 9-year-old.
Nice. Like it.
But look,
ooh, okay.
So the first recipe here is golden corn cake cooked in a cast iron skillet, as is correct. Ooh.
I think I have a cast iron. Yeah, I do have a cast iron skillet.
Excellent.
Just do I have all this stuff, and do I have time to make it?
Yeah. But you can buy honey butter. Possibly even better, Sprouts does a like cinnamon butter.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
If you don't have buttermilk, by the way, 1 cup. So put in 1 tablespoon of white vinegar and then enough regular milk to fill it to the 1 cup line. Right.
That sounds. There was one time I had to do that. Although we, ironically, I don't know why we don't do a lot of milk anymore. We switched to like from regular milk to soy milk for a while, and then it was just like, you know what, we're not actually drinking a lot of this, so we're gonna stop buying. But
fair.
I am one of those people that will buy things just for a recipe.
So you can get a little thing of buttermilk.
Yeah, that's true. But I love to bake, so
yeah,
this has got me being like, ooh.
But we can do something else. This is just
one, right?
Yeah. Welcome to Teatime Adventures. Before you begin your journey, why not start off on the right foot by making a nice pan of golden cornbread, setting the tone. I need you to know that we buy milk so frequently. I feel that I do a minor public service that I always buy the milk with the with the nearest expiration date. Right?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna go through it.
Yeah, you're like, we'll totally get that before we reach the expiration date.
So I get the one that's closest to expiring. It's my civic duty as the mother of a milk guzzling toddler.
Yes. You're doing the world a favor.
I truly am.
We'll set the table.
Okay. So I think we are gonna build characters.
Yeah, let's do it.
But all characters, all pre-generated characters are parts of the Arts and Culture Society of Amberhaven. We are traveling members.
Nice.
I think that's a useful hook for new players. You are members of the venerable Arts and Culture Society of Amberhaven. Based in the port town of Everspring, the ACSA seeks to foster cultural exchange across the communities of the Verdant Isles. You've been tasked with spending time in a new village to gain an appreciation of the people, customs, and traditions of this small community. Each member of your group seeks to understand different aspects of the community's culture, including the construction and design of the village's buildings, the events and communal customs of the village, the community's connections to the land, and trade customs and connections between the village and their neighbors. Your role here is to slow down and get to know the unique place so that you can learn, grow, and share with others the inherent beauty of the diverse communities that exist in the Verdant Isles. Okay. So if it is not clear, this is an explicitly non-violent game.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
I like violence. Listen.
That's my whole fake persona, okay? It's my whole fake... I'm a black belt in karate, and then I up it and be like, yeah, I can attack you at any point in my life, and I never would. It's not true. But I do think I scared Emily from Godspell when I was a weed, choking her.
Possibly. Emily's tiny.
Yeah.
She is a small human.
Yes, yeah. But that's okay. I'll put it aside for now.
Yeah. Okay. So, ability score. So this is, this does not feel like D&D, but some of the base mechanics are pretty familiar if you're familiar with D&D.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your core 6 abilities, and then we're going to have skills that are built off of those.
Yeah.
So that kind of core thing. We get new apple turnovers.
Oh,
I love apple turnovers.
I've already eaten dinner and dessert. I'm hungry again looking at these pictures.
I blame Godspell. I've been hungry all the time since rehearsal started.
Yeah, burning all those calories moving around.
Oh, look at those apple turnovers.
It's hard I've done like turnovers similarly. It's hard for me to get them. Like I overdo the filling is what it is. Like I overdo the filling and then it's just like I can't close it. And so then it's just like raw. It still tastes great. Oh, okay. Well, back to this.
Sorry, I accidentally hit the button and I got excited by apple turnovers.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a little note here. Our core abilities, we get to assign 16, 14, 12, 12, 10, 10.
Mm-hmm.
So actually very similar to just a little bit better than the point buy system for 5th edition. Because that's not that I've been building so many characters for that. That's 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
But okay. And then the ability score, the modifier is the same as it would be in 5th edition. So that's nice. Let's see. Bustle, but our abilities are bustle, fidget. I would be a 20 in fidget.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Godspell's making it worse too, because I'm having to memorize things. I need to move my body.
Yeah.
How else can I learn?
Get that.
This ability score represents a character's ability to be in many places. Oh, this is fidget. Sorry, because I'm fidgeting as well as this. Those somehow able to stir a pot, fix a drawer, hold a conversation, and organize the spice cabinet all at the same time. I feel called out. Bustle, a character's ability to bustle through tasks such as picking up several turnips at the same time, opening stuck pickling jars, helping a neighbor pick up a sturdy sheep. So it's akin to strength.
That's totally. I'm getting strength vibes there. You just want to see those apple turnovers.
I just want to see the apple turnovers all the time.
Yeah. We got vigor. This ability represents a character's ability to avoid becoming winded when climbing stairs, mightily fending off indigestion after sausage and cabbage night, and winning breath holding contests.
Okay, so vigor, con, that's easy.
Things are slow. Just want to hold my breath. Sorry.
Oh, that's a whole. You can hold in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. You can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to your Constitution modifier.
Yeah.
So that's.
I played a game last night and my character went under some sap liquid and I was like, and he was like, "What's your Constitution modifier?" I was like, 3. He's like, "You can hold it for 3 minutes." And I was like, "Yep."
Okay. Wits. The ability to represent a character. This ability represents a character's ability to recall things that they've read or heard and take on exceptionally challenging intellectual tasks such as jigsaw puzzles.
Nice.
Sense ability. Whether a character knows which way to stir the pot, which plants could use an extra lullaby before harvest, and the great mysteries of life, like why the loon calls at night.
Love it. Oh, I love this next description for personality. Honestly, why would anyone not want to have one of these?
Amazing. I love it. I love it so much.
Apple turnovers.
Apple turnovers. That's what we need to stop and go make apple turnovers.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the thing. It's so cozy. Oh my god. Oh, this deer? This deer. Yeah.
Yeah.
This buck is living best life.
Look at that. what's that called? That looks like a dressing gown or a really long smoking jacket, right?
It
And I've got
does.
my
Like, it has,
two
like, a collar, so it makes me think more like wizardy robe, but also I'm getting, like, the comfy of, like, I took a bath and now I'm, like, relaxing with some tea, and then the slippers are, like, doing it for me. Like,
Ugh,
just and then that's a rocking chair. That's the way that's made. Oh, it's just
that's
rocking back and
beautiful.
forth.
Yeah.
Love it.
We have 7 main ancestries.
Alright.
Um, and okay, so the first is Deerkin, which is this friend.
Yes.
Slender in limb and quick on their
Mhm.
feet. Characters with Deerkin ancestry are often covered in soft brown, white, or auburn fur. This is my reading voice for this game.
Yeah. Mhm.
Deerkin of all genders frequently have antlers, and most are vegetarian. Deerkin are typically 5 to 8 feet tall.
Oh, well, I misgendered the deer because I was looking at the antlers, so
Did you know that for reindeer, it's the females who keep their antlers through the winter. So
Oh.
canonically, all of Santa's reindeer are women.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Work, ladies.
Sure. Um,
Love it.
okay, cool. And deerkin can move 40 feet per round instead of the standard 30.
Nice.
Do you know the name off the top of your head? There's a tiny, is it a dick? The tiny little deer?
Oh, you might be right. You keep going. I'm gonna I'm gonna do our
Or
non-sponsored Google
live Googling. We can
tiny
be fin folk.
called.
These are fish people, and I love it. But they're amphibious. They can breathe both above ground and below water. Typically 4 to 6 feet tall, and they have a swim speed of 40 feet per round and can breathe underwater. I think most characters have a swim speed of like 15. Yeah, they have a swim speed of 15 feet. So a fin folk in the water is going to be amazing.
Okay. So I will just have to reread that on my own because I got distracted by the deek pictures. Yes, you are correct. Well, it's a small antelope, South Africa, basically. So, and that has been your quick Google search for this episode
Day.
of OK Roll.
Yeah, a little dick. They're precious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, okay. Yes, back to this fin folk. Got it. Okay, I'm caught up.
Fish person. Yes.
Yes, fish person. Oh.
Then we have a flora drop, which I think is like a plant person fairy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but they have soft fuzz all over and have large multicolored wings. They can spread out or tuck behind their back. They give them great mobility in the air over short distances, and they're typically 3 to 5 feet tall. Flora drops have a fly speed. So far, that's the only ancestry that has a fly speed.
True. Yeah.
So they make me actually think of they kind of feel like plant people, especially because of that flora. But they also kind of make me think of like really fuzzy moths.
I can see that too. Yeah. Love that.
I love that. So you could flavor that a lot. Like you could
Yeah.
be a succulent with wings. I kind of dig that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could be more of a moth person or more of a butterfly person or lean more like fairy.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
The world is your oyster as a Florida.
Yeah.
Hop top. Looks like we got characters with hop top ancestry are most often varied shades of earthen colors, ranging from the green of moss to the orange of flowers and the umbers of peat. They are quite fond of leaping. Hop tops are typically 3 to 5 feet tall. Their ancestral bonus are never slowed down by challenging terrain and can breathe underwater.
Amazing. I'm a little obsessed with frogs right now. Mostly because the toddler is obsessed with frogs right now.
Oh, yeah. Do you guys have any out there that you see?
Well, a few days ago, as we were about to leave for school, for her daycare in the morning, I saw a little toad in our garage, right? And I went and I picked it up and I showed it to her. And as I was showing her, it like hopped out of my hands. And this was the funniest thing the toddler had ever seen in her whole life. And for ever since then, every person we meet, she's like, frog in garage, hop out mommy's hands.
Nice. I love it.
And then after a Godspell rehearsal, there was a little froggy in the parking lot, and I caught him and I took him out of where the cars were and set him away and saved him, and then he peed on me.
Yep, that's how they thank you sometimes.
That's how they thank you sometimes. So I am leaning towards Hop Top for my character, but or Deerkin. I think I'm either going to be a frog or a Dick.
Yeah.
A comically small Deerkin. But we have a mush by,
which is the thing that I saw in the earlier artwork. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Characters with the mush by ancestry come in many shapes, sizes, and colors, ranging from red-capped polka dot mush bys resembling some of the more toxic mushrooms of the Verdant Isles, to short, stubby bolettes. Cool. They enjoy traveling slowly, and when they can, and stand anywhere from 2 to 8 feet tall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a penny bun mushroom
okay.
shape. So that is another quick Google search for your Sunday.
Their walking speed is slower. They have an ambling speed of 20 feet per round, but they can communicate silently with other mushby within 200 feet.
Nice.
Amazing. Now we have a puffwing. I'll let you read that one.
Yeah. A puffwing with broad wings and broad beaks. Characters with puffwing ancestry are some of the largest denizens of the Verdant Isles. They are capable of long flights at high altitudes, swooping dives, and their waterproof feathers match the colors of the sky. Puff wings are typically 5 to 8 feet tall. Ancestral bonus, have a fly speed of 30 feet per round. So they also have a fly speed.
Okay, so we have 2 with fly speeds. Yeah. And then last but not least is Snootling.
Oh gosh.
Very nose focused. Characters with Snootling ancestry are covered in thick scales that frequently match the colors and shades of watery environs. They have long snoots, great sweeping tails, and delicate hands. Snootlings typically stand 5 to 7 feet tall, but their tails can add on another foot or 2. Ancestry bonus. Snootlings have a swim speed of 40 feet per round and can breathe underwater.
I love it.
So I lived in South Carolina for 4 years, right? And one of my first real okay, I'm living in a swamp moments was when I was late to work because a 6-foot alligator decided to bask in the middle of the road.
Oh my gosh.
And we just couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, you're
stuck because of and that was an acceptable reason to be tardy.
Wow.
It was wild. It was wild to me.
Here in Oklahoma, it's like, okay, yeah, we got the freak snowstorm or the freak ice storm, and we're not prepared for it. We're gonna call in, or you can be late. South Carolina, it's like, oh yeah, I know, there's a gator, and I just had to wait until I decided to move on.
Until he decided to move, yeah.
I
think that's the end of our ancestries. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, which of these are speaking to your soul?
They're all pretty cool. I do like the mushbee or the puffwing. Honestly, those are the two that I can see. But I think I'll go with the mushbee to be like a small little guy.
Little guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. And I will be a hop top.
Okay.
I just want to be your basic green frog, right? Yeah. Green swamp frog. That's what I'm here to be. So, okay. I'm never slowed by challenging terrain because I can hop to the top. Okay. I'm gonna make a note of that.
Bop to the top.
Yeah. Can breathe underwater. Okay.
Can you go back to mine real quick?
So sorry.
20 feet.
20 feet.
And then, I can communicate too. Okay, got it.
Yeah. It's the secret spore network that
Yes.
exists across all of planet Earth and is kind of scary and might exist in space.
Well, I think of it like Avatar: The Last Airbender with or I guess technically it happens in Korra.
Yeah.
Where you see it more, but with Toph and the tree, the network.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
all connected.
It's all connected.
Yeah. But my connectivity only lasted 200 feet.
Yeah, arguably the strongest bender.
Oh, yes. Heck yes. I was like, I don't know. There was a part of me that was like, when you don't figure out everything in Korra that happened to her, but like that,
yeah,
there was one husband and that didn't work out for whatever reason. And I think there might be some in the extra graphic novels that they made that kind of fleshed some of that stuff out. But
okay, I haven't read any of the graphic novels.
I haven't read them all, so there might be some answers there. But then you just see it in flashbacks, and that okay, she meets another guy, has a kid, and then it's like she just decided to be like, I'm done with the world.
I'm done with the world. I live in a swamp.
Go to a swamp, and I'm like,
love that.
Maybe I could see Toph doing that, but like she got so involved. She was so. Side note, she was so, when she was younger, like trapped by her family.
Mm-hmm.
But the flip side of that is she chooses to go to the swamp. So anyways, back to the game. We this is not a discussion about Avatar.
This is not a discussion of Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is about Snowbrite Studios' Teatime Adventures. Yes. Link in the description. Check them out. Friends, yeah.
And I'm a mush bee.
You're a mush bee, and I am a hop top.
Hop top.
Okay, so next we're going to select an occupation.
Okay.
Occupations come with either skill bonuses in 3 skills and a D8 morale die, or a skill bonus in 1 skill and a D10 morale die. What is morale? Here we go. Morale points.
Okay.
A character's motivation to continue. Oh, okay. Because we're not going to have hit points because it's not violent.
Oh, yes.
This is our motivation to continue on their explorations. This is, will I get up from the table and my tasty treats and tea and go do something? Or do I want to sit back down and eat tasty treats and drink tea?
Yes.
I understand. Okay. All characters start with a certain number of morale points equal to the maximum number of their morale dice plus their vigor modifier. They can be healed through magic, role-playing introspection, and the passage of time. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Oh, hold on. So, okay, hold on. We have a little note here about combat. It is possible for combat to occur in Oakenbend, but it is rarely in earnest and always considered incredibly rude. Simple wrestling matches can typically be resolved through opposed bustle checks. It's recommended that the GM help players find alternatives to traditional combat whenever possible. This is not supposed to be a violent game.
Okay, yeah.
So, good to know. Okay, so we'll learn more about the magic system here in a bit. Let's look at jobs. Okay. GM and players should work together to decide suitable occupations and skill combinations for their characters. Okay. Yes. Skill bonus. That's fine. I want skills description. Okay, so these are jobs. These are the jobs.
Oh, okay. Okay,
gotcha.
So, charlatanism.
So this is like, if you're an artist, you can be, so the skill in the arts would be, you've got to take vigor, personality, and it looks like you can take a third of your choice. Borrowing. I love that. That's like from like the movie The Borrowers.
Yeah.
The Life of Ariadne.
Oh yeah.
Okay, charlatan, cooking, daydreaming. How is this? Event planning? Oh no, I'm sorry. These aren't the jobs. These are skills.
Okay. I was gonna say, it says skill descriptions unless I saw something else.
Yeah, but you can use like for cooking, you can choose to use either fidget, wits, or personality.
Yeah.
This makes sense. Okay, so our skills are arts, borrowing, charlatanism, cooking, daydreaming, event planning, fauna friendship, flora friendship, focusing, gardening, labor, local lore, minding details, not getting lost. That feels like a great skill. Noticing, random facts, relish, snooping, wallflowering. Oh, sneaking around. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are our... Oh, sorry. We'll learn the magic in a second. What are the jobs we can pick? I feel like... No, I feel like...
the world. Go back though. Maybe we missed something on the...
Or maybe we get to make up our job?
Maybe. Let's look.
Okay.
It's just like their character's occupation. It says all occupations comes with either skill bonus in 3 skills and a D8 moral die. Okay. The pre-generated characters in this book have this. Yeah. Okay.
Let me open this up really fast because I have these loaded into StreamYard.
Yeah.
So let me look it up in like preview and see if I can't like Control F.
Jobs. Occupation.
This one. Okay. Control F. Occupations. Okay. Boom. Ooh. Okay. Occupation. All right, here we go. Bam.
This is your Control F.
Yeah.
Part of the show.
Okay, so I there's not a list of occupations.
Okay.
So I think we get to kind of make that up. And
okay. And then then you pick your relevant, like either skill bonuses in 3 skills.
Yeah.
And a D8, or a skill bonus in 1 skill and a D10 moral die.
The D10 of the morale. Yeah. So, yay. Okay.
There you go. So just gotta... No.
Okay. So, okay, I kind of want my little froggy to be a very stressed out baker.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he is.
Like, yep, that's it.
Yeah. Imagine a little frog guy hopping around a kitchen covered in flour.
Yeah. My Mushby is going to be the like local gardener.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Go around. Okay. Help people out with their gardens, get them in check.
Nice. So I feel like I should have cooking as a skill bonus.
Yeah.
Cooking. I kind of very specifically don't want to get something in focusing.
Avoid it like the plague.
Yeah. Actually, okay, let's look at focus is vigor and sensibility. So I think those should actually be my lowest. I'll assign my 10s to vigor and sensibility. Vigor and sensibility. Okay. And I want to look at them again. I want to look at the next page. Oh, so gardening. You should absolutely have gardening.
Yes.
Okay.
Gardening.
Okay, and then is there another page of these? No.
No,
okay,
just 2 pages going back and forth between these two.
Okay. I also want to be bad at not getting lost and noticing. I feel like I should be bad at those.
Would you have local lore?
Local lore?
No, that has wits.
I could have that if there's something that's more akin to like gossip.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Like you're
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I might actually do snooping. I kind of want to do snooping and borrowing because here's the thing I think about my little frog dude.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't have any sugar and I need to go get some, and I just go to somebody's house and take it. Right?
Yeah.
That feels right.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Okay, so I get a +1 to cooking. I'm gonna take snooping and borrowing. Borrowing. And I'm gonna put fidget. I think I'm gonna put fidget as my 16. Because borrowing and snooping can both use fidget. And can cooking? Hey, it can too. Okay, I've got a 16 in fidget.
Yeah.
I'm making Maddie the frog.
Nice. It's just me, but a frog.
Just me. Yeah, no, this is a little lad. This is fidget. Okay, so do you want to take other skills or do you want that D10 in morale?
I think I will take other skills. I'm writing some of them down here. So let me just, and then I'll say what they are. Okay. So on this page, what I got Flora friendship.
Okay.
I think as a little mush bee gardener, I'm like, not just with my own mush bees, I mean communication with all the plant life. And then I also, to obviously gardening. And then I also was looking at not getting lost on the next page as well.
That seems super useful.
Yeah, well, and because I'm a gardener, I feel like I'd be like, oh, the moss is growing on this side of the tree. Go that way, like I can know the directions.
And I also think you have it from your like mushroom network.
Yes, yeah, they're like, go left, and I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, if I was your GM, I would let your Flora friendship fuse. Oh yeah, this does specifically say plant or fungi.
Yes, yeah, that's why I was like, oh, hello. I can already communicate with Mushbee.
Yeah. So that's and gardening is the skill to use to communicate to plants or fungi that cannot speak. So that's all correct.
Yeah. I'm communing with nature.
Nature. Okay. So I think I would like to go ahead and assign my other ability scores, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I did not write those. Didn't write it down that way, but yes, let's do it.
Okay. Okay. So we've got. Where are they? Here they were.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Okay. Bustle, fidget, vigor, wits, sensibility, personality. I think my little froggy boy needs to have a really big personality to get away with as much theft as he does. So I think I'll put personality to my 14.
Okay.
Fidget's my 16, personality is 14, and then I just got to do my 12s. So I have a 12 in wits and bustle. That feels right. That feels good.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, need a decent wits and bustle to be able to like remember recipes and carry bags of flour on my back as I hop.
Yes, I think. So I'm thinking, I'm torn between, well, I have like my top 3. I'm just figuring out which ones I want which. I got wits, sensibility, and bustle are going to be probably like at the top for me.
Let's take a look at
because bustle is for not getting lost, and then wits is for flora, friendship. Then I couldn't remember what gardening was. Bustle.
Bustle, fidget.
Yeah.
Okay. It's decent to have a decently high vigor score. If you can, because that your morale points are the D8 plus that.
You're right. So
I have a 0 modifier in vigor because I am not building an optimized character.
Well, optimize is not fun for everyone. Those that love to optimize, no shame.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I never am bad at things for no reason, but I find a lot of fun in what I am bad at. Right? In the Star Trek Adventures game I'm playing in on my friend Dapper Dino's second channel, Top Hats Off. Hey, every Friday at 7 p.m. Central. I'm playing an engineer who she hates to run. So her
oh gosh.
And you use 2 stats. You have like 2 pools of stats that you use for different things. And so the 2 stats you use for like runaway / don't get hit by a phaser are fitness and security. And I have the lowest possible score in both of those.
Oh gosh.
But it's made so much fun role-playing moments.
And that's what matters.
It is. The security officer keeps trying to get her to go on runs, and she's like, I'm doing yoga!
Hey, really flexible,
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
That's great. She's very in touch with her feelings.
Yeah, let's have a... well, let's go ahead and have... I feel like we'll have a 16 in wits. And then, oh gosh, I may be doing math wrong, so call me out if that happens. Okay. We'll do a 15 in vigor, like mush.
You don't get a 15.
Sorry, no. See,
you have a 16, a 14.
Got
2 12s, 2 10s.
Thank you. There we go.
I told you the D&D point buy system numbers earlier.
Yeah.
And that fused in your brain. While you're thinking about that, I'm gonna find new adorable art or a new
put it up there. 12.
Oh, 12, strawberry 10. Shortcake.
Okay, I got it. Oh, what? I love strawberry shortcake. Okay, I got my points already. I just need clarification.
And we actually also have to go look at ignore all all this.
All
of the deep lore.
Don't look.
Locations that we're flipping through so fast. Here's a cozy mystery.
Nice.
This is the lilac. This is the lilac flower rice pudding. Oh, so not lavender, lilac.
So it was. Yeah, you had it right the first time. Yeah.
Okay.
Easy to get those two confused.
There's something I'm specifically looking for.
Okay, don't look at it. Don't look.
Don't look. Look, they tell you steeping times for your tea. Oh
my gosh. Love it.
I'm so happy.
The water temperature.
Yeah, water temperature. How much caffeine? Beautiful.
Love it. Oh
beautiful. Gosh. I love it. I'm happy to have that we were gifted this, just to have this. I want to print this picture out and put it on my wall next to a little froggy who is a little lad.
There we go. Just a little lad of a frog.
Just a little lad. Yes. Look, and they have this too. This is their world map.
Nice.
Of the Verdant Isles, but they have it for every season.
Oh.
Oh, lovely. Look at these little character sheets.
Nice. Oh, and there's a space for you to draw your own.
Yeah. Oh. Skills. Oh, okay, cool. And then here's some of the pre-built characters.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I wish they had pictures. Oh, hey, here's a gardener. Oh, yeah, and they took Flora, Friendship, Gardening, Cooking with a bus. Let's see. Wait, how do you get a 17 in personality? We'll find out. We should probably finish the character creation process.
Yes, yeah, first.
Yeah, we should probably do that. But it is so cute. They had shoot. I might have looked at the wrong. Oh, it might be in the Oaken.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say Oakenor. That's not right.
Oh yeah.
Oakenbend.
Yes.
It might be in the Oakenbend, but they have. Yeah. Oh yes. Okay. So Oakenbend, and then here's the little village, and here's the village in winter, and here's the village in fall, and in spring.
Yeah.
And it makes me happy.
I just like as you're flipping, and I'm literally turning my head just to see it one way, but it's like fall and spring and winter.
It's precious, and I love it. Okay, let's keep making our. Oh, yeah. Our characters need names. I'm gonna have to think about that.
Oh yeah, important.
What is my little hop top named? What's the best little lad name? If for those watching, if you have a name for a little lad, drop it in chat, please.
Tommy.
It needs to be
Timmy. Let's see.
More pretentious than Tommy?
More pretentious?
Yeah, Tommy vibes. Like, he wears knee-length trousers that cover, like, the shin-covering wool socks and little shoes with buckles and, a little shirt. And is...
Okay.
Very annoying, but also adorable, and we love him. Possibly has a flute.
Possibly has a flute.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we have? Charles. Zachary. Not me looking up fantasy name generator posh royal names.
Gosh, fantasy name generator. What would DMs do without you? I don't know.
Do you want a more male sounding name or more feminine? You said little lad, so I'm assuming.
Yes, he is a little lad.
Yeah. Dexter.
Ooh. Dexter. Okay, hold on. Let's stick with Dexter. Is there like it's like
Dexter Bronsman.
Demetrius?
Ooh, Demetrius.
Demetrius the little lad? I think I'm here for it.
Does Demetrius have a last name?
Demetrius Frogswallop.
I like it.
Demetrius. Yep, Frogswallop. WALLOP. Okay.
Let's see. I think mine's going to be first name Dimple.
Dimple.
Put that in here, and there we go. Can't spell my own name. I'm making Dimple. Let's see. I'm trying to decide how. Dimple Puffball.
Oh, can I make a pitch?
Okay, yeah.
Dimple Puffingshire.
Puffingshire. Yeah, let's go with it. Puffing.
Okay, if you like Puffball, you're not gonna hurt my feelings.
Puffingshire. There we go. Dimple Puffingshire.
Puffingshire.
There we go.
We're just gonna take normal things and make them more whimsical.
More whimsical. Yes. Also, not me looking at fantasy name generator for fungus and seeing which ones I like. They're not really good names. Like, they're just fungus names. Like, I do like this one, the Hemlock Earthstar, but that sounded too I don't know, wizardy, like, too, not that my character's dumb, but not, just not somebody who's involved in the stars. Like,
yeah, you didn't take a skill in daydreaming.
Yeah, I didn't take a skill in daydreaming.
One of my favorite things about Pathfinder 2nd edition as a rule set is the Leshy ancestry type. You can just be a living plant. And I did that. I played a character who is a sorcerer plant named Sprout, who was canonically 3 days old. because she had been a wizard's desk cactus.
Oh, nice.
And absorbed so much magic, she just came to life one day.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. She was a little chaotic. She's really great at moving the plot along because she's like, "Ooh, a pit!" and would jump into it.
It's a weird Frosty the Snowman. There must have been some magic in that wizard tower there.
Yeah. That's a thing in like Discworld where the whole area around the magical academy is just sort of infused with magic, and like that's where talking animals come from.
Yeah.
I really like that idea of like magical, kind of like magical environmental damage.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is magic in this world. There's two kinds of magic. There's innate and harmony magic, and we're gonna learn what those are.
All right.
So let's but they're also, I like how pretty like rules loosey-goosey we are here, because this is like, alternatively you can swap in the magic system of another RPG if you prefer, or even simply play without magic. So you can have a whimsical world without it being a magic world or having specific rules for magic.
Yeah.
Okay, the magic of the Verdant Isles is derived from the roots of the first tree that long ago spread across the lands. And from the tree's roots generates 5 distinct types of magic. These 5 magics are referred to as the Astra. Most people in the Verdant Isles are aligned to a particular Astra. A character's Astra alignment is a decision. It's a reflection of who they are and also an embrace of a particular path towards magic. All people in the Verdant Isles are capable of declaring an Astra alignment and wielding magic, though not all choose to do so. More information on the Astra can be found in the next chapter. Okay, so our Astra are Flame, Flourish, Ripple, Storm, and Twilight. The magic of the flame forges what is useful and what well-made. Characters who are aligned to the flame Astra are disciplined and resourceful, not Demetrius.
No.
He's resourceful. He is not disciplined. They are adaptable and aware of the structures and systems that make the world work. He is not. They are often skilled tradespeople and can thrive in any field where specialized knowledge is prized. Listen, I can see a very good baker being flame aligned.
Yeah.
This
not. Then we got Flourish. The magic of Flourish springs with growth and potential. Characters who are aligned to the Flourish Astra are hardworking and generous. They are able to see what is needed to make things or ideas blossom. They are naturally creative and encouraging and often become farmers, teachers, and artists.
Ripple. The magic of Ripple flows with connection and nurturing. Characters who are aligned to the Ripple Astra see beyond the surface to the deeper meaning of things. They're menders of all things broken and are often found bringing people together. Nurses, community leaders, and guides are often aligned with the Ripple.
Nice. Storm. The magic of Storm powers strength and momentum. Characters who are aligned to the Storm Astra are adventurous, independent, and lively. They stretch to seek new ideas and experiences and are often travelers, explorers, or inventors.
Ooh. And speaking of Storm, so team, a couple weeks ago we filmed, and we had one film day for this game, and it was only 3 episodes, so it worked out okay. And we had, it was, Big Gay Orcs was the game, and that was such a like cathartic game for me. That was a good day, but it was full thunderstorm while we were filming. And I didn't know if that was going to come through on the audio, and it fully does. It
might not with my audio that I sent you. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll check that out.
Yeah, it just I delayed sending audio today. But
okay,
you want to check it out maybe. I didn't listen all the way through. I just listened to see like how does it sound. I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. Might need to be volume boosted a little bit, but
okay, I'll check it out.
Anyways,
but that setup we did last time finally made my Blue Yeti work, right? Like
for the
for the overhead, so it wasn't peaking when we were laughing.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like good audio with. I did a little bit to it in Audacity. raise the lower, normalize it, and do the thing. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
So
cool.
But I'll check yours out, and if that's better, then we'll use that moving forward. Okay. Last but not least is the Twilight Astra. The magics of Twilight shimmers at the edges of everyday experience. Characters who are aligned to the Twilight Astra are often insightful and intuitive. They are loyal and deeply connected to tradition, but also curious about the unknown. Many storytellers, poets, and historians align with Twilight.
I already know I want Flourish.
You want Flourish? Beautiful.
Yeah.
I actually am going to take Storm because I think that inventor vibe fits with Demetrius.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to grab... I am a Storm Astra aligned.
Yeah.
Aligned. Fun. Okay. Oh, fun! Innate kitchen magic. A character's Astra alignment grants them access to certain innate spells as cantrips. Most innate spells, also called kitchen magic, can be used an unlimited number of times a day. You can be awarded new kitchen magic spells as they complete quests. They're most likely to gain knack for a spell after helping someone with a similar task. All spells are listed in detail in the Spells of Verdant Isles appendix. But we get to start, I think, with I get Hustle and Nudge.
And I get Duplicate Food and Soil Check.
Nice. That's fun. We should go check out what those are.
I'm just imagining you make the food, but then I duplicate it when needed. Like,
yeah, and like, oh, you didn't, honey, you missed a whole dozen. Oh,
yeah,
okay. It's okay.
Got it.
Let's see. Okay, so we're on page 20.
Mm-hmm.
Slide 21 here. Okay.
Oh, strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry shortcake. Okay. This is...
talks more about the Astra and the ancestry. Oh, it talks about like a little bit of history about your ancestors.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's take a little quick. So the hop top, the first known hop top community, grew from the rainforests located in the mists in Umberleap. Traditional hop top culture emphasized curiosity, humility, and gastronomy. During the weaving, hop top values were commemorated through the celebration of the leafing of the hop tops holiday, which celebrates the harvest each November. That's so fun.
Nice. Like it.
I love that.
And then we have the Mushby. Once thought to be mere legend, the Mushby community has spent many centuries in hiding, known only by a select few communities who welcome them. Their ancestral home is deep underneath the foggy mountains in the kingdom of Maikota. Traditional Mushby culture emphasized an appreciation of cultivation, patience, and perfection. The Mushby community was not present during the weaving, but their cultural traditions of celebrating the Lunalia holiday each season are slowly growing in prominence across the Isles.
That's fun. Okay, so let's read a little bit more about our Astra.
Yeah.
Okay, so yours is first. I'll let you read that.
Yeah. Flourish. The magic of Flourish springs with growth and potential. Flourish aligned spells support, grow, and provide abundance through the vigorous energy of overflowing life. Events and holidays aligned to Flourish focus on celebrating life events, communities, and bounty. Those who are aligned to the Flourish Astra are hard-working and generous. Plants aligned to Flourish can be some of the largest and hardiest in the garden.
Okay, did you watch Hey Arnold as a kid?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Okay, do you know that episode where the one kid grows a pumpkin to win a contest, and then they turn the pumpkin into a clubhouse?
This sounds familiar, but not specific, because Hey Arnold has been a while. There's very few Hey Arnold episodes that stick out in my mind, but one of them being the Halloween episode with the train. That was scary. As a child. Oh, water bottle. That was scary as a child. I don't know if you remember that one.
I don't. But okay, I was watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse with the toddler, and they went and met some dinosaurs, and we had to turn it off because it was too scary. She went, name scared. was like, oh, baby. Okay. Yeah. No. We can't do princess movies because they're too scary. Like, they're PG and, like, people have too big of feelings and she just can't. That's not entertaining for her. That's stressful.
Yeah.
Poor baby. But I imagine your garden has, like, I feel like your garden is associated with the flourish, and so has a pumpkin you could fit 3 adult humans inside of.
Yes, yeah. I after I carve out the pumpkins, they're gourds. I let them dry out. They're house now. Like
yeah.
So
brilliant.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Storm.
Oh, okay. The magic of the storm powers strengthen momentum. Excuse me. Storm-aligned spells create new meaning, transformations, and disruptions in the standard order of things through the energy and power of change. Events and holidays aligned to the storm focus on periods of change, thrill, and exploration. Those who are aligned to the storm astra are adventurous, independent, and lively. Plants aligned to the storm can be some of the most unique and dangerous in the garden.
Nice. You only cook with the most dangerous.
Yeah, Demetrius tries to grow an herb garden and accidentally just makes poison.
Yeah. Things will be really good in the next dish. No.
Yeah. Okay. So some more backgrounds on the ancestors. They have holidays for every month listed out.
And it's actually like with the some of them, like these top 2 with like the puff wings, the pies of the deer skin. So
I get hold on. Leaping of the hop tops in November. That's so fun. And then here's yours, the Lunalia.
Yeah.
The 21st sunset of each season. Oh, that's fun. So like these, I've been scanning through this book and the Oakenbend book, and they're just like, they're so rich, right? There's so much. So for like my GM brain, right? There's very little I would need to add, right? Because there is this, here's this holiday we're going to go celebrate. Here's a description of every business in this town, who runs it, full NPC stats, who they're in love with. So it's definitely, so it's not a like quick prep TTRPG.
Yeah.
But it is like, you just need to read it and know how to reference stuff, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're running any of the preset adventures. And there's at least 1 in this book, and there's 4 in the Oakenbend book.
Yeah.
And each of them take, on average, like, they take a different length of time. The longest was like 4 to 6 sessions, and the shortest was 1 to 3. But if you played all 5 of those adventures, right, like that's probably your gaming for a year, you know?
Yeah, that's really nice. So it would be my main dungeon master like sent a video. I was like, and was saying I feel called out by this for him, because it was a video of like a dungeon master and the player like interacting, and the player just trying to get this bar person to say like, hey, here's the next adventure, but the bar person was like, oh, you have to order a drink. No, we don't have mead. We have a different drink. Oh, we don't have gold. We have shillings, and you have to have this many flutes to make a shilling or something weird like that. And then it just basically, the guy was like, I'm just trying to get to the next plot point. And the DM was like, I didn't make a plot point. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, do you know how long I spent developing this world? Like, there's no plot.
That's
so
beautiful.
You don't have to worry about that with this game.
Yeah, you don't. You really don't. And like, I've run pre-written D&D modules before, and those feel okay. So like specifically, I'm thinking of Icewind Dale. So the adventures in Icewind Dale feels like the spine of the story, right? Or just the bones of it.
Yeah.
With space for you to like fill in the flesh and fill in the meat, depending on I'm sorry, my sister's texting cat pictures.
Nice. Where to share with the stream.
Oh my gosh, here, I'll try to pull it up. But so like for me, that wasn't the right amount of stuff that I wanted.
Yeah.
Right. I kind of either want here's enough that you can scan over this and run it with an hour's notice,
Mm-hmm.
or
yes,
here's everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that was somewhere in between. And so this one feels way more, there's a lot more fleshed out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so that's, I definitely, especially, and these are all mystery based.
Mm.
And these are like cozy mysteries, like who stole the pie type of mystery.
Nice.
And so having a lot of rich characters, I think is super, with different motivations, I think is really important for mystery games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so like there's red herrings for even one of them. There's like the GM gets to choose one of these three characters is the bad guy. And this is how it will play out, right?
Yeah.
Depending on that scenario.
Nice.
So you could run it more than once and it would be different, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
We were looking for descriptions of spells and I keep getting distracted. Look at all the, these are descriptions and little maps of every location in here. This
beautiful art. Mushby.
Mm-hmm. So
more places,
more places, more places, more places, more places, more places. Look at that. Look at that. What they're known for.
A 3-star.
I love this. Oakenbend is like, listen, Oakenbend, we got a whole book about it.
Yeah.
But by the way, like if you don't want every little thing spelled out for you, then grab one of these other locations that has like the sketch of the location and fill it in yourself.
You play how you want to play.
You. Mysterious lilac. Gosh. Okay.
Mysterious.
Boo.
Encounter. Nobody look. Wait, back.
Well, we found them.
There we go.
Okay. Create puddle. You know who would love that spell? Peppa Pig. Okay. I have hustle and nudge. What do you have?
Hang on, for what?
What are your innate spells? Your two.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. I duplicate food and soil check.
Okay.
Innate spells.
Duplicate foods on this first page. Here we go.
A smile.
Oh. 3 times a day, you can smile and duplicate a non-unique piece of food. I feel like if I made a dozen muffins, you could pop a 3 extra in there.
Yes. Yeah.
Super useful on Great British Baking Show.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. Oh my gosh, Allison, what if we used these rules to play Great British Baking Show?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
This plan now. Okay.
It's exactly what I was thinking. Actually, I was like,
Hustle. Hey, if anybody cares, I've got like a $2 game up on Drive-Thru RPG that's called A Baking Show that is both great and British. If you want to play Great British Baking Show to your heart's content, it's a rules light, silly system. So I have hustle. I can use as much as I want, unlimited. I need a breeze. Travel somewhere in slightly less time than expected. I don't even know if Demetrius knows he's casting this on himself because he just hops.
Just doesn't
realize how good his hops are.
Yeah.
I love that. What's your second one?
Soil check.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Nudge comes first.
Yeah, I was gonna say yours. I think mine's on the next page. Yeah.
Okay. 3 times a day, twist of a ring, nudge something in a more favorable direction, such as a stuck weather vane or a grumpy chicken.
Or a missing ingredient.
We just give that a little nudge.
Yeah, to get into your hands. Be like, oh, look, it just fell into my hand.
Yeah. Oh, look, where did that flower come from? Yeah. Not your house.
Yep, it's mine.
I love that.
Soil check. There it is. Oh, unlimited. A patch of soil. Identify the quality, nutrients, and dampness of a patch of soil.
I love that. So that's super utilitarian.
I like how this is balanced where it's like one Like one is unlimited and one
Yeah.
is like 3, times a day. So
some of these other spells look cool too. Like this Song of the Soil, where you can sing a song and make everybody better at gardening.
Yeah. I need help, everyone.
Yeah. Oh, that could totally be a working song.
Yes.
That would be a really fun way to flavor that.
Oh man, yeah, love it.
Yeah. Okay, Song of Storms. I can sing a song and cause others to rush into a momentous decision. I can just be a bad influence as a spell.
Yes. Be the bad influence you've always wanted to be.
Yay! I, Maddie, have never been a bad influence on anyone ever in my whole life.
That sounds like you're saying it to avoid like a court. Like me, Maddie, I have never been a bad influence on anyone my entire life, I swear.
No, listen, I was such a good kid.
That you could have been a bad influence and you just never knew it.
Yeah,
you weren't bad, but somebody was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that thing that Maddie did," and then be like, "Where'd you learn this from?"
I did go from being so I went to public school through 8th grade, and then for high school, I went to this very small evangelical Christian high school.
Yeah,
right. And I absolutely went from being like the most sheltered kid in the class to the least sheltered kid in the class really fast. And that was a weird experience.
Oh, you're like, I don't know how to handle this.
Yeah, it did give me a superpower in basketball because I was way more aggressive than any other girl we played against.
Nice. And they were like, don't mess with her, man.
Yeah. Because I would usually just pick, so especially when I played soccer, because I did not play soccer really until high school. I played like a couple seasons as a small child, right? Yeah. But then at my high school, there was so small, there were only 21 of us in my grade, right? If you were going to field a soccer team of 11 girls, anyone with athletic ability needed to go out for the team.
Yeah.
Right? So we had about half the team was girls who like had played competitive soccer and done travel team and all of that stuff and were really good. Yeah. And then about the other half, like me, who were just like athletic enough, right? to be useful. And so I was always playing like a marking back. I was usually playing right back. And I was like, listen, I don't have skill, but I've got aggression. What I can do is if you have the ball and I can get to you, you will be on the ground. And that's how I played soccer.
Yep. That's all you got to know.
Yeah. If I can get to you, ground.
Yes. Yeah. Tackle.
Listen, there's no fouls in soccer. There's just cards. You can knock people down a lot before they give you a card.
Wow. That seems like a slight problem in the rules of soccer.
Slide tackling's legal.
Man, but my weak ankles would not like. Yeah, but the feet are right there. It doesn't make sense.
That's where we wear shin guards. That's why I wear shin guards.
Yeah, that's your shins, not your feet.
Yeah. I had ankle protectors too.
Oh, okay. God, you were armored up. You were like,
I was armored. Yeah.
If you go against me,
shin guards, it was like, listen, I'm going for their ankles.
Yeah, I'm going hard. And they're like, wow, that hurt me. Why is she still walking without a limp? Like,
yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, I love that we can learn other spells as we go on. So that's really fun.
I just saw ruminated wine.
Fun.
Like convert an otherwise normal bottle of wine into a thoughtful elixir that provides +2 to sensibility for 1 hour to anyone who imbibes it.
Well, that's fun. That's good. Just get somebody, like loosen somebody up the spell.
Pastures of Pondering.
What'd you see?
What did you see? Yeah, no,
I saw Imbue.
Oh, I saw to the right of that, Pastures of Pondering.
Okay. I'm going to read Imbue.
Yeah, I don't know how to read that one.
A small inanimate object. Imbues a small item with a mild effect, such as a harmless electrical jolt, a touch of odor, extreme sourness, or the like. Okay,
I can see why your eye was drawn to that one. Too.
Yeah.
Pastures of Pondering. Convert an otherwise normal pastry into a delectable one that causes the eater to consider their life choices and see connections that may have not been there before.
I love that. You need to learn that one. And this is why we're friends, right?
Yeah.
You like take the pastries I make and then use them to help people ponder the mysteries of the universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so let's go learn about the other kinds of magic we can do.
Yes.
We were on slide 21.
Slide 20, yeah.
Because page 20 of the book, which does not count the cover. Okay.
So, there we go.
Okay. In the Verdant Isles, any spells beyond the power... Excuse me, I was distracted for a minute. Any spells beyond the power of kitchen magic require harmonizing. Harmony magic interweaves astra energies from multiple casters to create powerful effects. Oh my gosh, it's the magic of friendship.
Yes.
I love it. But I love this because if you think about if you're like playing with little kids, right? I've GM'd for little kids a couple times. And you definitely have to invent ways to get them to work together because a lot of times they get really, really, really excited about the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they want to do everything, right? So like all of them all want to be in charge. And so like I've done this before by the player that was most that way. I had them fighting ghosts and I gave him the ability to see the ghosts. But while he could see the ghosts, he couldn't attack them. Right? Like, so he had to work together with everybody else. And that worked really well. Nice. So I love this harmony magic thinking about playing with children because it forces them to work together.
Yeah.
And not in like an aggressive, I said that really aggressively, like not in that way, but like children aren't necessarily innately collaborative, right? Yeah. Because they don't have the frontal lobe. They just act on impulse.
Yeah. Not in a bad way. Children, you're all handcuffed together and must find a way out.
Yes, we'll get you a get along shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Harmonizing can be challenging because it requires quick thinking and collaboration. As with every team, the more you practice working together, the easier it will become. To use harmony magic in your game, you will need a set of harmony dice or a set of 6d6. If you choose to use regular d6 dice, be sure to assign each... Oh, in their shop, you can buy, like, harmony dice, I think.
Nice.
We love that for them.
Oh, no. More dice to buy.
Oh, no. More shiny clicky clacks.
Yeah.
The toddler found my box of dice that it's my stash that I give to players.
Yeah.
So she's claimed 3 sets, and I had to stop her there. She wants to open all of them.
You're like, no, all of them. That's it.
Like, that's it. That's something she says. She'll say, that's it.
Nice.
She really wants to emphasize that something is true. Unfortunately, it's usually no go bed. That's it.
Well, yes. Yes, go bed.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
We needed 2 Band-Aids to get to bed tonight.
No.
There was not an injury.
They just needed the Band-Aids,
needed them.
Yeah,
we had a mild little bump that because she was tired went to 1,000,000.
Yeah.
And it needed a Band-Aid.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, if we use regular d6 dice, be sure to assign each number on the dice to one of the Astra alignments. Oh, that's fun. 1 for Ripple, 2 for Storm, etc., so forth. As well as mark 6 as the special element of empathy. Oh, we love it. This is the magic of friendship.
Yes, yeah.
First level characters begin play knowing 1 harmony spell. When casting a harmony spell, at least one of the participating casters must know the spell. That caster will become the leader for the casting. Spells are listed in detail. The spells of the Verdant Isles appendix. Okay. 24 harmony components that can be used to create the bevy of spells available to harmonizing casters. GMs may also allow players to mix and match components to discover new spells. That's fun. Each component represents 1 facet of a spell. All components must be successfully completed during a casting for a harmony spell to succeed. Components are represented by patterns that mimic the character's ability and channel and align Astra energies in game. The 24 harmony components... Oh, okay, so this is a little bit like meta magic. Amplify, adjust, area, beauty, body, cold, comfort, communication, concentration, destruction, extend, heat, hidden, illusion, growth, mystery, object, plant, protection, relish, salve, time, weather, and wildlife. Okay. There are 4 steps to harmonizing. Okay, we're gonna draw a magic circle.
Gather energy.
Energy. Okay. Okay, so drawing the circle, you decide who's gonna participate at that step.
Yeah.
Okay. Each player collects harmony dice equal to the sum of their ability score modifier. So
their ability score modifier is divided by 3 and
their ability score
down.
modifier is divided by 3 and rounded down.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we would channel energies. We roll our dice. Players may challenge the roll of one of their rolled dice to match their Astra alignment. This represents the natural energies within their heart. Okay, so you can have, I know I can roll everything, and then I know one of them I can change to be Storm for me.
Yeah.
Or
Flourish for me.
Flourish for you. A moment of empathy. Looking across the table, count how many heart symbols have been rolled. So the empathy. For every 3 empathy rolled, convert one of the empathy dice into an Astra energy of your choice. This represents the connections among those in the circle. Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. Could be Alaska salmon run. Okay. So let's go look actually at some of these spells, because I think that's going to make more sense.
Okay.
If we look at them. I think that was around here. Stardust Everly.
That's a character.
Oh, she is. I love her.
Yeah.
I immediately love her.
Puffwing.
Okay. Boom. Okay. So 24 component patterns that can be used to create numerous spells. Whoa, okay. So yeah, the patterns are the meta magic bit. So cold, we can introduce cold energy into the spell. Okay.
And then we need storm and ripple, like 2 storm and ripple Astras on our to make it happen.
Okay. An area, allow the spell to affect an area instead of a single target. Beautifies the effects of the spell. That's fun. Okay. So let's look at what the spells are. Okay. Each spell description below includes the spell's name, component patterns that must be completed in order to cast the spell, special requirements for casting, and the effects of the spell. Okay. Some components may need to be completed more than once for a particular spell. For example, the harmony spell Recall requires 2 time components during its casting. Okay. And you can make your... So let's learn about binding. Okay. The leader may cast this once per day, and its effects are binds a spirit or other incorporeal creature to a specific place for a specific amount of time. This can be done with or without the spirit's approval. Stronger spirits may require the use of an amplify component. So binding has components of concentration, extend, hidden, and time. Okay, and optional of amplify. So we would need to go concentration, extend, hidden, time. So to do that spell, concentration, we need 1 of each and an extra twilight. Hidden, we need storm and 2 twilight. Extend, 2 ripple, 2 flourish, twilight. So we need a lot. We need a lot to make this happen. Okay, are there other ones that are maybe like easier?
Let's see. Borrower of the Unknown has just 3. Body, communication, hidden, but those could be.
Okay. Body, flame, twilight.
Okay. Communication, flame, storm. And then hidden.
And hidden is storm, twilight.
3 like so 6 different.
So, okay, so we need 9 things.
Yeah.
Okay. So we would need 9 things to do that. I'm seeing if anything takes less than 3. Yeah, okay. Nature's protector, salve, and wildlife.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Heal a plant or creature that has been injured. Okay, so let's look at, could we do nature's protect, or even
Healing wish also.
Healing wish, body salve. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. And a leader can do this 3 times today. So healing wish, body salve. Okay.
Hit body. Yeah.
Body, fire, twilight, and salve. So we need 7 rolls. Okay. So I gotta look back at those harmony rules to see if we like, could you and I cast this spell? Right. So that was back on page like 22. Okay. Okay. Oh, the sum of all of our ability score modifiers divided by 3 and rounded down. So baseline, 12s, we have 1, 2, 14, 2 more, and 16 is 3. So baseline, each of us has 7 is that total sum. So then divided by 3 and rounded down means 2. So we each get to roll 4. Sorry, we each get to roll 2 dice.
Okay.
And a personality modifier of 3. That's 11. Okay. 3 harmony energy contribute. Okay. Okay. So you and I together couldn't do that. We would need more people.
Yeah.
So we might have to.
I mean, that seems, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like a party of 2 is small, right? But also there's nothing wrong with recruiting some NPCs.
True. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And if your normal party, let's say a normal party is 4, then, and all of you participate, then there's like 8 dice being rolled at a minimum. So could do it, but that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like it's designed to be like you, the innate stuff you have, but if you want to do anything.
Yeah. The innate stuff is, non-innate stuff is hard and requires a lot of cooperation.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of harmonizing.
Okay, so success and failure. Each harmony spell has a series of required. Actually, can you read this? Sorry, I'm thirsty.
Yeah. Okay. Each harmony spell has a series of required components and optional components. If the group has rolled enough astral symbols of the correct types to equal or exceed the required components for the spell is successfully cast and takes effect. If the group has also rolled enough astral symbols to match the optional components, then the casting may trigger additional beneficial effects as well. If players fail to channel and align the energies needed for the spell, it fizzles and everyone loses at least 1 morale point. The GM may determine the more morale point and are lost depending on the intensity of the spell and the character's emotional investment in its outcome. The GM may also choose to let the circle make another attempt, but this should come with a penalty of fewer dice or a dire consequence for a second failure.
Okay. All right. And so it also looks like you can take a harmony spell and make it into a potion, which is kind of nice. So you could make a healing potion that way.
Yeah.
That would be like, hey, team, let's try this ritual every couple days.
Yeah.
Let's get together people who are real good at this.
Yes. Yep. And make it a potion.
Yeah. Make it a potion. But that's really fun because I think I am a fan of downtime activities and crafting magic items and crafting potions, and that being part of what you do. I think a lot of times games are so focused on like they skip over the downtime, right? They just let's get to the next adventure. Or like this is a thing I heard Brennan Lee Mulligan say one time, which is like what he said was, why is there fighting in hockey and not in other games? Right. And that's because there's rules for it in hockey. Right. So if you want people to do something, you need to have rules for it.
Yeah.
And I really like that. So like, I like this because this is, if you want people to use their downtime, you have to give them options.
Yeah.
Right. Because oftentimes well, you can do anything. They're not going to pick anything.
That they get like overwhelmed by the fact that they're like, I don't know what to do, and it's like that's a thing in like even narrative improv that is like trying to show that every day. They're like, I don't know what happens every day. I'm like, what happens every day in your life? You get up, you have a morning routine, like that's normal, and you go to work or some other place or whatever. Like that's what you need to show in the beginning of a narrative improv. And people are like, oh.
I would even go to like improv 1, right?
Improv
101, where people get in and you can make any choice you want. And people freeze up and they can't choose anything.
And it's like you don't understand anything is right. Anything that you think of is right, except for when you punch someone down, and like that shouldn't be too hard for you to not do.
Exactly. So but the idea of like, I can choose anything for most folks is actually like really scary. Hey, that's a reason why, like, go take an improv 101 class at your local theater. It's good for you.
Yes and
learn to yes and.
Also good for just normal theater etiquette or receiving any kind of feedback. There's just been a lot of people in my life recently that cannot take feedback.
Oh no. Have you tried? Hold on, I'll think of the other name for it. The compliment sandwich.
But even then, I've tried it. I've seen other people try it with certain people that I know like are that way. Anytime you give that critique, that is, what they perceive as like monumentally negative, they like have to defend why they did it that way, and you're like, I'm just telling you I noticed this, so like I'm telling you I've noticed it and it's not working, so correct it please for this instance, like, and don't tell me like, well, I did it because of this and this is what I was thinking, but then I just didn't do it. I was like, so but well, I mean, that's
taking critique on creative endeavors, like if you're not used to it, it feels like people are telling you your baby's ugly.
I know it can be hard. You take it personally.
I get that, but like, homeboy, you got to get over it. Like,
you can have your like little, I don't know, you can still feel sad about it, but like don't be overly offended by it, I guess. Also, if you ask for critique too, so
that's hard, because like, if you want to improve as an artist in any form, like you're going to have to be able to take critique, right? Because there's no way to improve if you don't know what you could be doing better.
Well, and art is even harder because it's so subjective. Any art, anything that is labeled as an art form is so hard because it's subjective. So it's like, but you have to have the foundations to have that strong base. So then when you get to a point where someone critiques you and you're like, they literally don't know what they're talking about, and I felt like I did really great with this thing. Great. You take that emotion with you into the next thing. Anyways, that's been our therapy part of the show.
Yay!
For this cozy adventure.
Therapy for yay! With Demetrius Frogswater.
Yes, and Dimple Puffingshire. Shire. Shire. I crunched up the last 2 letters.
I love it.
Puffingshire.
Okay. Okay. So advancement in this game is dependent on reflections and journaling.
I do like the out of context, like if you didn't read the rest of it, it's like, as within our own lives, characters in the Verna Isles cannot grow, change, or make progress on their personal journey. Like you just talked
on the personal journey, unless they take moments to reflect. Hey, this is related to our weird, vague gossip. Suitably, advancement in the Verdant Isles RPG is dependent on reflections and journaling. Players may find the Teatime Adventures player pack helpful for this, but they can also use any personal journal they have handy. They absolutely have an adorable Teatime Adventure journal for sale.
Yeah. I would like I should pull it up, but I would like if I was like playing this game and had the time, don't currently have time, but
yeah,
in my mind, I'm thinking already I would take that journal, I would put as a mushbee like moss on it, like or fake moss, that. Maybe real moss might, but you know what I mean.
Let me show you something. Hold on, I can grab a craft.
Craft. This is your grabbing craft break.
And I'm just going to remind everyone that this game has an associated craft book. Okay, so I'm trying to make these knockoff Converse Swamp Witch vibes, right? And so check out the yummy, delicious lichen and moss. That's 3-dimensional, baby.
Wow.
I've got coming off there. So I could show you. That's actually really easy to do.
Yeah, I would do something like that on the journal for sure.
Yeah, so we've got, sorry, it's not done, but we've got like, I need to do about 1 million more French knots in that green.
Yeah.
I like where that lichen is. And then that's just the bark from those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Anyway,
very
this is supposed to be a cool moth, but I haven't finished filling him in.
Oh, yeah. Right now it looks like, I don't know what I call eyes, maybe like 2 eyes at the bottom.
Okay, yeah. So there's his body and his eyes up here. Those are his eye spots.
Yeah, the eye spots are there. Yeah. But because it's not filled out, my eye is drawn to the fake eye spots.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. I guess it's doing its job, though, because that's what those are for.
It is doing its job. I've successfully made eye spots.
Yes.
So yeah, this lichen I made on the side takes a lot of yarn, but it's actually really easy. It's a basket weave stitch. Anywho, crafting with Maddie.
Been your crafting with Maddie portion of the show.
Yes. Okay. I love a player has to advance. A player has to turn in their player journal to the GM to prove they did their TTRPG homework.
Oh my gosh!
But here's the thing: imagine you were a very creative middle school English teacher, right? Yeah. Where we make children journal, right? Did you have to journal in middle school?
Occasionally, yeah. Well, I think it was more elementary school, honestly. Than
okay.
But yeah,
we're just write about your day. Just write about anything. You have to practice writing.
Or we would have a prompt sometimes. Like it was like, and so you would respond to that. But yeah.
But what a fun alternative version of that. We can play this game together.
Yeah.
Right? And part of the grade, right? Part of it is this
character journal.
Yeah. Character journal, right? So you're hitting writing requirements.
Yeah.
And you've got like something you can grade, and they're motivated in game to do it.
Yes. You know? Yeah. Yeah.
That's
nice.
That seems great, actually.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Advancement.
It's the prompts. It's the journal prompts.
It's the journal prompt.
The teacher writes it up on the board.
We love it.
I like it. Yeah, very nice. I mean, that's also good too. Like we were talking about earlier, too many open-ended. Like some people, it terrifies them. So if you're like, okay, well, here, pick this one.
This game definitely has a lot of structure, and I kind of forgot that one of the game makers' goals was to make this work across a lot of ages, right? And so it is supposed to be inclusive to children.
Yeah.
And so like, having these like specific prompts, like, oh, that's very useful for a kiddo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, these are just, you write this from your character's perspective.
Yeah. Oh, and then after discussing in the middle there, like that's after the questions. So after discussing with the GM, the player should advance their character by taking the following actions. You can roll their morale die and add the number rolled plus their vigor modifier to maximize to maximum morale points. Heal their morale points to full. Gain 3d6 gold representing the material wealth they may have picked up doing odd jobs along their journey. Increase their level bonus to their skills by 1 as indicated on their character sheet. Learn 1 new harmony spell either taken from this book or a spell of their own design. Nice. And you could do other rewards, kitchen magic spells, new skills, Of course, tea and baked goods.
I love that. I in no way, shape, or form ever want to be a teacher of elementary age children.
I don't know. You bringing it up a lot tonight on this.
Well, I think about, listen, parenting is my current hyperfixation.
Yeah.
I
don't know why. Yeah.
Couldn't imagine why.
Yeah. That's a weird niche.
Yeah. But imagine if playing this game was a year-long class project for like 5th or 6th graders.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. There's elements of math with it, right? Mm-hmm. There's doing like addition, subtraction. If they get to make their own spells, then you can bring in ideas of like balancing.
Yeah.
Right? So that brings in these like soft skills, right? The critical thinking skills and problem solving. It's collaborative. You could have a class, like you could do it virtually. You could have a class Discord server or a class like a Google Classroom, where kids would be able to like turn in their journal entries, meeting like writing requirements.
Yeah.
It could have, most elementary school kids have like a performance requirement. They have to do some sort of performance. And so like you could basically have them LARP.
Yeah. Can you imagine too, if you like incorporated this, you had like the homeroom teacher or whatever, you know, or one teacher that was kind of like the main head if you didn't have a homeroom or whatever. But then you got the other teachers in on it. So like, especially when you get to like, for me, it was like junior high, middle school age, having that home ec, that's the baking of the recipes.
And they bake, that's like, there's so many skills that you could teach kids with this in a way that seems actually very fun. And so like, I love this for me. I love this for like, when we get together with my friends and bake some cornbread and brew some tea.
Can you imagine starting the game that way? Actually, like you don't start playing the game yet, but you're just like, we're gonna communally bake this thing together, like, or make it for us to then start the game and like have
to have warm snacks straight out of the oven.
Yeah.
What a beautiful vibe.
Yeah. I'm just and like you could do like character, like if it was something that needed a while to bake, you could be like, okay, well now we're gonna like do our characters while this thing is baking, and then when it comes out.
Honestly, you know, you and I have like pretty much made our characters, and it's taking us longer because we're chatting and reviewing and oohing and awing over the art.
Yeah. But
if now that I know this, I could have somebody build a character in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know? Optional rule. We hate it. You don't have to journal.
Yeah.
GM's looking for a more expedient alternative may instead allow players to advance at the conclusion of each adventure. No, you're gonna journal and you're gonna like it.
I do like right above that there's a small little paragraph that's like, in very rare circumstances the player characters may have had such a life-altering moment that their astral alignment changes as well. This does not change their starting spells, but they should gain at least one kitchen magic spell to reflect the change in alignment, which I feel like also like, because a lot of in D&D the alignment, you know, like people play with that sometimes and sometimes they don't. It depends on what is made, or just even having your character in other games having a life-altering moment that changes the course. And like in this, like, you could totally have that in this cozy game. It's fine. You're just gonna it's not gonna be maybe like questioning the gods of the world or whatever, but
and one of the other reasons I love TTRPGs for kids, right, is it's the same reason I love it for adults, but it's such a great way to allow kids to express feelings in a really safe way, right? I'm really mad about something, and not in this game, but like if you're playing D&D, listen, I played D&D with a 5-year-old one time, and she loved solving her problems with an axe.
Sometimes doing squeaky clean shows like with OC Improv or Torco, where we go to libraries, like, and it's like, hey, we keep it G-rated, and sometimes the kids will say things like, we need more death in this scene, and you're like,
we can fall off a tall building.
They asked for it. But how do we still make it kid friendly so we don't make the parents mad for the thing their child asked for?
I am on the list for squeaky clean shows now, which makes me happy. I just can't do this month because I refuse to do. I just can't do improv shows while we're in Godspell.
Yeah, I am punishing myself.
Yeah. I can't do it because then I would be neglecting my child.
No, yeah, I get it. I mean, I'm not doing too great over here with the fur babies, especially
Yeah.
this, but I was like, "Ugh, I guess I'll do it." And then Kyle was even like, "Hey, you have so much going on. Let's do this other show too." And I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
You know I'm in Godspell. I know I'm in Godspell.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
listen,
I'm a black belt. It's
Godspell is
fine.
part of Kyle's first job, 9 to 5 job.
Yes, yeah.
So he gets to back off on his actual job to do Godspell because Godspell's also now part of his actual job.
Yep.
Anyway,
yeah, so we got the reflection question journaling.
I love this. I love this for kids. I love this for adults.
Yeah.
I love this for and I know this is like maybe so one of the other things I like about TTRPGs, especially for kids, is this idea of exploring identity. And that can be exploring like maybe an LGBTQ identity in a very safe space, right? But also like what kind of person do I want to be? Do I want to be do I want to be aggressive and like focus in my problem solving? Do I want to, do I actually find more joy in like playing a support character?
Yeah.
Right. And so that like exploration of identity, I think there's not a lot of space we get to do that. And you can, one of the great things about tabletop games is the ability to just sort of like put identities on and off. And sometimes I get to play a Klingon in a Klingon one shot and solve all my problems with a batleth. And that feels really good sometimes.
Yes. Kapla.
I was just big, strong, and stupid, and I solved all the problems with a batleth, and I was having a bad day, and that made it better.
That's just a different version of Sarge from Big Gay Orcs, like big, strong, and except he's more oblivious to certain things. Anyways, watch that later, but right now,
after Pride and Extreme Prejudice. Okay, yeah, then we jump into the world of the Verdant Isles. So you and I have our characters. We could jump into a game. We will require journaling.
Yeah.
But I love it. Okay, so let me jump to this book. Because this is the one that's out that we're kind of specifically promoting. This is the this is the Oakenbend, excuse me.
I know you keep
that is a now closed bar across from the Improv Theater.
Yes,
that had all the delicious beer. Anyway.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Tales from Oakenbend. So we have Welcome to Oakenbend. So it has like maps. We've got
more recipes.
Pumpkin bread. Origins, history, every location. Look, we've got Arcane Confections, Bright Blue Bakery, but just pages and pages and pages of locations.
Love it.
Right.
And a little like this is where it is, like this is what it looks like on the map, like next to it.
Yeah, its location on the map next to it. So this whole town has, like, every location in this town has paragraphs written about it. And then the Curious Case of the Hop Top Harvest Pie, Missing Stars Light, Shadow at the Mill, and the Lavender Spirit. So 4 separate cozy mystery adventures, each with their own recipe. Mind you, each with a themed recipe. So there's a harvest pie for the Hop Top Harvest Pie, like a savory pie.
Maddie, I think we need to see these.
Oh, we do. I'm so sorry.
I think we need to see these recipes. I know that means we're going to be skipping around a lot here, but
that's okay. I can do it. I set this up.
So
there it is. Oh, it's
ooh, so this is like a savory pie.
Savory pie.
Nice.
With like lentils, mushrooms, onion, yeah, that's gonna be
potatoes,
green beans, potatoes, carrots. Oh, I would eat the crap out of that. It would smell so good.
Yeah, it would with all the spices. Okay. What's the next one? We got to see the next one.
Okay, hold on. We've actually got to jump back.
Yeah, to see
to see the page. Missing Stars Light, page 49. Okay, so I think that's gonna mean 50.
Okay, I wrote down the other 2 pages. So
okay, thank you. Lemon sesame.
Oh my gosh,
that looks so good. And so this is so here's like the brief description of the adventure here. But then here is the GM overview.
Yeah.
Right? And then the timeline. Again, these are all like mysteries.
Yeah.
What's the next page?
89.
89. I want all of this food.
And there's tea next to that sesame cake.
Tea next to that sesame. Okay, Shadow at the Mill. This one's a little spookier.
I know. I'm like, what are they going with this? What recipe are they going to do with this one?
Yeah, so this one's a little spookier. I read through the descriptions of these before we started streaming, but this is like over the garden wall spooky.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's cozy spooky, it's spooky, not scary. If that dragon egg biscuit.
Oh. Okay, hello.
So I think these are like powder sugar covered. Oh no, these are.
I thought they were too. Yeah.
I was thinking they would be like shortbread, but like it's like sunflower seeds.
Cups of sunflower seeds. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I clicked. So flour, sunflower seeds,
unsalted.
Little seed biscuits.
Yeah.
With some cayenne and ancho pepper in there. Ooh.
Okay. Interesting.
These seem odd. I want to try.
Yeah, I'm wondering what all of this does flavor wise to my mouth. Like
so okay, so like the cinnamon and the ginger, that's like the sweet heat. We're used to that. And then cayenne, ancho. That could be fun.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of sugar in this. There's a half cup plus more for
and powdered sugar on the outside.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, so it's gonna be like hot and sweet, and I think that might be really yummy.
Interesting.
Okay, what's that?
135 is the last one, I believe.
Okay. The Lavender Spirit. Oh yeah. This is
tortillas.
Flour tortillas.
Okay.
Okay, so this is just how to make flour tortillas.
So you got to make the other stuff.
You got to make the other stuff too. That's okay. Yeah. I do not know how to make flour tortillas. I do corn.
Oh, yeah. I do flour tortillas.
So, nice.
Yeah, it's a lot. Figuring out how to roll the dough out, and then make sure it like kind of retains its shape when you put it on the.
Oh, I have a tortilla press.
You have a tortilla press? Yeah. No, we don't. We just got a pan.
So the best thing that I took from my college relationship, right, was my boyfriend. My college boyfriend was from Nicaragua, and immigrated to the U.S. when he was like 10.
Yeah.
And so, but it was just his immediate family that moved. So like his grandparents, his aunts and uncles were back in Nicaragua, and he would like go visit all the time. I actually went and I met his family. They were so lovely.
Yeah.
Like he was a great guy. We just weren't the right match for each other kind of thing, you know? But, he taught me how to make corn tortillas and how his like grandmother would do it. Right. Which is you cut out so corn tortillas are easy because it's just, maseca and water, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then it comes together, and then you put it between two, like he would just cut out two circles from a plastic bag.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And put it in the center, and you push it around with the heel of your hand, right? Into a circle until it was flattened out. And I can kind of do that.
Yeah.
Right? When he would do it, when his aunts did it, when we went to visit, when his grandmother did it, right? They would do it, and it would get this beautiful air pocket in the center, which is how you knew you did it right, which is what you're supposed to like cut and then stuff that full of cheese. To make a special tortilla treat.
Yeah.
And so with my tortilla press, I can get the air pocket. Which makes me really happy.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Well, these all look delicious.
This all looks so yummy. Let me jump ahead to, because at the end of this is another incredibly valuable resource.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this out to the universe. Why doesn't Snowbrite Studios also have a cookbook?
A cookbook? I think it's because all of their recipes are included in their core rulebook.
Yeah, I think they need an expanded cookbook though.
Ooh, I love that. Okay. Yeah, so
character. Yeah.
Here we go. This is NPCs. Here, the folk of Oakenbend.
Yes.
And we have, so it starts on 155. And until 186, it's just the folk.
Wow.
And more and more and more and more, right?
You have many options to choose from.
You have so many whimsical friends.
Yes.
Including pets. There's a dog. Here we go. Old Daffodil.
Oh.
I would die for Old Daffodil.
Ancestry, a very good dog who deserves treats. Just you do, Daffodil.
Just you do, Daffodil. Ugh. Oh, Old Daffodil has the following special abilities. Spry Pup. Ugh. Once a minute, Old Daffodil can choose to ignore the success of a bustle check made against her. She can get away from you.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
I love it.
Oh yeah, just folks. So many folks.
Nice.
That's what I mean. Like this whole town.
Well, and that's a good thing. Like we were again talking about earlier, being a little bit more on the structured side allows like the GM to not have to have a list of things they made up and be like, wait, what did I say this character was? Like you kind of have something to go off of or get you started. Many options.
So okay. So my review of this game is I love it. I want to play immediately and I want scones.
Yeah. Oh, there wasn't a scone recipe that I saw. Missed opportunity there. That's my negative. No, I'm just kidding.
Scones.
More scones
figure out what clotted cream is, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. It does not look appetizing when but anyway,
I had it when I went to Indiana Castle. We had
Did you like it?
High tea brought to us one day.
Did you like clotted cream?
It's like
thick
cream.
I thought you were gonna be like, it's something.
So it's somewhere between whipped butter and whipped cream.
Okay. I mean, I like this. I tend more towards the sweet thing. So
it's sweet. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll have to try it one day.
Yeah. So I'm actually comparing this game to Apothecaria, right? Because that's the other
that's kind of
cozy game we did. Yeah. By the way, Apothecaria could actually be another good choice for like an elementary school. But what I like about this one is that this game is you have a party, it's a collaborative team working on something, right? Whereas Apothecaria is very individualized. And so like both of those games have a 10 out of 10 for cozy vibes.
Yes. Yeah.
This one gets like bonus points for teaching me how to brew tea and giving me themed snacks.
Yes.
For every game.
Yeah.
Love that. They also have a new rule book that is to have pets that will help you. They're called tea pets.
Oh, nice.
And that's a whole other rule book to have the little pets that help you.
Nice.
Which is delightful. And then there's the crafting book too. So this is a full immersive experience for you and your friends to ignore the rise of fascism.
Yes. The other thing I like about this is that because to me this is actually, as someone who's an improviser and loves to create their own thing, I think this is actually fitting a nice balance because I can choose to ignore, anything on the creation side of it and just create my own thing, or I can be inspired by something there, or I can follow it whatever, is written. Because that's the freedom of stuff. But anybody who might be having anxiety of being like, I don't want to create click, click, click. I don't want to create things, or it's too many, too many options or whatever. It's like, well, here's a character that's pre-generated for you, and we'll, here's a prompt for writing in your journal when you're like, I don't know what to write about as my character's like, here, I as the GM will give you this prompt type of a thing. So
I really like using the word scaffolding, right?
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of scaffolding here that you are explicitly free to take away if you want to go nuts. Mm-hmm. And that's not going to break the game, right? Because we're not balancing combat encounters, right? Yeah. You can't make a wish spell.
And the fact that magic is hard is or at least the harmonizing, part of it is like, oh, this is kind of difficult to accomplish.
Harmonizing, you can't do that by yourself. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to work. So even if you did invent a wish spell and somehow your DM let you do that, you still got to convince everybody else in the party.
Yes,
and then some probably to help you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The stats are basic enough that like, listen, if you follow the basic rules of character creation, you're not going to be OP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And like, so I think if you want, and they say this and they're explicit, like if you want to be a different like species from some different source, go nuts. Here's some ideas of what a species looks like. So if you want to be a cat person, do it.
Live your best cat life.
Live your best cat life. I would be somewhat inclined to trade one of my froggy abilities to have poison skin.
Gosh, oh no, I accidentally secreted on the muffins.
Oh no. Or be one of the frogs that gets you high. Oh no!
Oh no!
Special muffins.
Oh gosh!
I didn't mean to.
Yeah. So, yeah, it seems like a great game. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, there's a link in the description for Snowbrite Studios stuff. Please go check it out.
Yes.
This is I would say, if you're a fan of cozy games, if you're looking for a game to play with like kiddos or to be just like, oh man, deeply inclusive, right? If you just want to run some cozy mysteries,
if you just finished a campaign that was emotionally breaking for you, have a break, take some tea, like tea time.
Have a tea time break. Have a little tea time break. Or you could even grab the mysteries and run it inside of D&D if you wanted to, because GM would just need to adjust skill checks.
Yeah. And you could also, the other thing I was like, as you were saying that, I was like, oh, you know what you could do too, is you could have do the familiars of a D&D game. If your group had a lot of familiars, like that would probably align really well with this, where they go on a cozy tea time adventure type of thing.
Oakenbend is where they go and they poof out of existence.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that would be so fun.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I love that. And if one of your players doesn't have a familiar, they can be a little guy.
Yeah.
Who like keeps the other familiars' houses clean while they're off having an adventure.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I like it.
Oh, I love that. Would be really fun, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, team. I think we're going to get out of here. Last bit is let's see, this time 8 p.m. Central next week. Episode 3 of Pride and Extreme Prejudice is going to launch. That's a 4-episode season, so the next 2 Sundays you'll see that, and then we'll be back here with a live stream. So we've got content every Sunday for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Then I honestly think we only take a
little
2-ish week break, and then we start Big Gay Orcs. Anyway,
so. Have to look at the calendar, but yeah.
Listen, next live stream, we'll let you know.
We'll let you know next time. Yeah. Next time we see you. So watch our other 2 episodes of Pride and Extreme Prejudice, because they're out as well if you need to catch up. They're great to listen to too. So
I think they're really funny. I'm really happy with those.
Yeah. I loved episode 2, the reaction of everybody.
Yeah.
That last live stream. It really is very good of them me being in trouble, my character being in trouble, and then basically being like, where are we?
Yeah. And I love that episode, like, no spoilers, that episode ends with like a slumber party.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I also forgot that I tried to like, I didn't want to ruin Palace's opportunity to enact retribution. No spoilers. And like, there's a time where I'm like, I think they're like, well, I didn't want you to miss anything that might be going down. And she was like, no, my character's fine staying here.
Amazing.
So,
I love how many really dumb men I played. Really dumb male NPCs I played that game.
Yeah. The one guy at with his shirt off at like cleaning the mech or whatever. I can't remember.
Yeah. Sergeant Collins. None of you went for Sergeant Collins, and I was like, he's so hot and so forbidden.
And we shut him down hard.
All of you were like, Collins, go put on a shirt. And yeah. Like, oh, okay. Different game, different vibe than I was expecting. And then I got to do Lord Belcher.
Yes.
Not understanding women having career goals.
That was funny.
For minutes.
Yes.
That was good.
You don't have a husband.
Oh, you want a husband?
You're like, no.
I have a buddy who was recently widowed.
Oh, with that guy. Oh, bless his heart. Oh.
Yeah, we might have to do a talk back for Pride Next
Year. We're getting almost into that territory here.
Yeah, so let's stop there. It's after 10. What are you guys doing here? Go to bed. Go drink your tea and eat your shortbread. Strawberry shortbread.
Strawberry shortcake. What do you know? Anyways, so
okay. Good night, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out. Snowbrite Studios, link in the description. It's such a good listen. This game is great. All of their IP looks amazing, to be honest. Go check it out. I'm actually just gonna drop it in the. I'm gonna drop this link.
Yep.
In the chat, right?
Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Oh, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat.
I just dropped it under my Science Side Up account.
Well, that's all right. It's legit.
Okay. Bye, friends. Have
Bye.
A good night.
Thanks for joining. Bye.
Yay. Bye. Bye. I think I ended the stream. I'm trying to end the stream.